Well, drive through downtown Hayward and you can't miss the 3 huge murals that's just outside the Century Plaza movie theater. Now, it was created as a way to give back to the people of the artist's hometown, which is Hayward. The mural is called Hayward Meets Hollywood and was created by artist and musician Andrew Kong Knight. And thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
This is spectacular because when you drive through, your attention is called on these murals. So, quickly, Hollywood and Hayward, how does that fit?
Well, that was the request by Stacy Bristow of the city of Hayward. She called me and said, "Hey, we want to combine Hollywood with Hayward," and so that was my job as an artist. How can I jazz up my hometown?
Mm-hmm.
And Hollywood to me is all about Art Deco and the style of Art Deco, and the theater itself is in a retro Deco style. It's a beautiful wall that surrounds the parking structure.
I'm anxious for people to see what we're talking about if they haven't already seen it. So we have a couple of shots here,
okay.
And we'll take a look at it in just a second. Now, this is you're working on it, and there's the scaffolding. And you see the scale. This is a parking lot, right?
Yeah, it's the main parking structure for downtown Hayward. So it was quite an honor to do this because it's the heart of the city here.
And that picture is?
It's the
Clark Gable?
Yeah, it's that famous scene from Gone with the Wind.
And Vivian Leigh.
Yeah, and it's one of the most famous movies, so I chose that as.
And you can see, that's just 2 of the 3 that you have, and it's
correct.
Huge. How big? Do you know the dimensions?
Yeah, they're approximately 50 feet across, and they're about 30 feet tall.
Wow, okay,
yeah.
We also have some video, and there is. How long did it take for you to do this? Because this is, a large project. Yeah,
from the start, when I started the sketches to the final touches and the varnish, it took over 2 years, so about 2.5 years for the whole completion.
Now, you couldn't have done this 2 years, solidly. You had to come back and forth, right, while you're doing other projects?
Well, yeah, well, the other thing that goes on in my life is, besides my family, is I teach high school. I teach at the local high school, Hayward High, which isn't too far from these murals. So I did that in the morning and then worked on these murals, sometimes until late at night. Often it depended on the weather, whether I was able to work on it.
And it was dangerous because your fiance, who helps you, she actually fell off the scaffolding at one point in time?
Yeah, unfortunately on the tower mural, she took a fall. It was this mural that you see on your screen here. She was doing the finishing touches, and she leaned back and unfortunately took a fall. And she's still recovering from it. It's been a year now.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a dangerous job. Not only being up high on that 3-story scaffold, but the traffic that comes by it makes it a dangerous.
And this
project.
is the tower that we were talking about. So you brought one of your renderings here.
Yeah, here's this is one of the sketches. So before I go out and paint the murals, I do a lot of studies, and this is one of the studies for that tower.
And so should we tell people that your fiancé actually was the model for this?
Yeah, that was pretty ironic that she was working on this tower, and she almost, she could have been killed from the scaffold. If
people walk by, can they? I understand that this figure is 3-dimensional.
Yeah, I ended up doing that figure, sculpting her right onto the wall. So you can usually tell at night because there's a light and it shines on the figure and it casts a shadow. I don't know if you have a shot of that or not. But,
not right now, but that is actually beautiful. So at this point in time, it's completely done.
Yes.
And people can appreciate it as they're walking around and driving by. But I understand that you haven't signed off on it yet.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I thought it would be a good time to do it when they're doing a whole reconstruction downtown. They're widening the sidewalks. They're making it more pedestrian friendly. And I thought maybe at that time when the lighting is done, and there's going to be a big welcome to Hayward sign near these murals. And I thought that might be a good time to maybe, if they have any kind of celebration, then I would mark the murals with my signature.
Oh, right, terrific. I know there's already, the grand opening and it already is there, but we have to see you actually put your signature on it. Okay, that's the finishing touch.
Yeah, that would be the last touch, and I just haven't, I never got around to it really. I'm looking for a good spot to put my mark. Yeah.
So, obviously, you're an artist, you're a muralist. What are the kinds of murals that you specialize in?
Well, my murals, what makes it different is a lot of people use the paintbrush to do the murals, and what I do is I combine painting with spray painting. So, and a lot of people think of spray painting as a real new medium, like with spray cans, and a lot of youth do graffiti style art and murals with the spray. It's an ancient technique. Aborigines used to put it in their mouth, the berries, and they would spit out the paint and then make stencils with it. So I use that, which people again think of as a contemporary method.
Lesson, and I want to make sure that people know that that this is available and where you want to find out how you might be able to check out Andrew's work. So you should check out Andrew's mural, Hayward Meets Hollywood. Head over to the Century Theater in downtown Hayward, and you won't be able to miss it. It's huge. But you also find out more about Andrew's body of work by visiting his website at andrewkongknight.com.